So we did the introduction in the last class, and then I mentioned that there are three equations of motion. The first one was V equals to U plus A into T. What does V stands for? V stands for final velocity. U stands for initial velocity. A stands for acceleration. T stands for time. The second equation of motion that we have was S is equal to ut plus half at squared. What does S stands for? S stands for distance or displacement. U stands for initial velocity. T time. A acceleration. Okay, this is your second equation of motion. And your third equation of motion that we're going to derive today is V squared is equals to U squared plus 2AS. So today we'll be deriving this equation. V squared is equals to U squared plus 2AS. Now please look at this properly. Equations of motion. The first equation of motion is independent of distance. That means in the first equation of motion there is no distance. Okay. Second equation of motion. In the second equation of motion is independent of final velocity. That means there is no final velocity. Okay. And the third equation of motion that we're going to derive today is independent of time. That means there is no time mentioned over here. Okay, so please remember this three equation of motion, and with this relation, that is this three equation of motion, we'll be doing numericals. We'll be calculating different values. Okay, but before we do the numericals, we'll do the derivation. So the third equation of motion, which is your, what is your third equation of motion? Your third equation of motion is V squared is equal to U squared plus 2AS. And this is what we're going to be deriving today. Okay? So how do we start? We start exactly like the second one. The second equation of motion, we started from the definition of average velocity. Okay, from the definition of average velocity. And what is average velocity? Defined as? It is defined as total distance or total displacement divided by time. So displacement divided by time is your average velocity. Now, I further said that average in general, okay, average in general means when you add the sum divided by the number of observation. And in velocity, how many types of velocity do we know of? Two. One is your initial, another one is your final. So how many quantities do we know? Two. So we need to find the sum of final and initial. So V plus U. And how many quantities do we have? Two. So therefore divided by 2 is equal to S upon T. Okay. Now what do we do next? Next we remove the denominators. So how do we remove the denominators? By cross multiplying. Okay. So V plus U multiplies with T and 2 multiplies with S. Okay. The denominator goes to the numerator when they exchange their position. So 2 goes to the numerator, T goes to the numerator of the left hand side. Now, as I told you, this third equation of motion is independent of time. It does not have time. So we need to remove time. But how do we remove time? And what do we replace time with, isn't it? So for that, you know the definition of acceleration. How do we define acceleration? Rate of change of velocity. That is change in velocity divided by time. This is your acceleration. Now, just interchange the position of A and T. Okay, we'll only simply interchange the position of A and T. So where does T go? T goes this side and A comes this side. So you're just interchanging their position. So T goes up to the left hand side, and where does A go? A goes in the denominator. So did you see? V minus U remains as it is. T goes to A's place and A comes to T's place. Why are we doing this? Because the third equation of motion does not have time. It is independent of time. So we need to replace time with some other quantity. So what do we replace time with? So instead of T, what will we write? V plus U as it is. Instead of T, we will write down V minus U divided by A. Okay, V plus U into V minus U divided by A, which is equal to 2 into S is 2x. Now, this A again will remove the denominator. So we have V plus U, V minus U, and since A is the only quantity which is in the denominator, we take it to the right hand side. And when A, which is in the denominator, goes to the right hand side, where will it go? It will go in the numerator. So what do we get on the right hand side? We get A goes up, that is cross multiply again. So A goes up, so we get 2AS. Now, V plus U, V minus U. You know the algebraic equation. What is the formula for A plus B? You have done in class 8 the algebraic identities. A plus B into A minus B. Now a little bit of algebra is added over here. A plus B, A minus B. What's the formula? It's A square minus B square. Okay, this is your algebraic formula. A plus B into A minus B is equal to A square minus B square. Now look over here. It's exactly like A plus B, A minus B. Only the difference is instead of A we have B, instead of B we have U. Instead of A we have V, instead of B we have V. So V plus U, V minus U. And what should be there? It should be V square minus U square equals to 2AS, which is your algebraic. Okay, we derived from the algebraic formula. Okay, the algebraic identities which you have learned in class 8 already. So V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Now take minus U square to the other side. That is your right hand side. So minus U square when it goes to the other side becomes plus. So U square plus 2AS. And what is this? This is your third equation of motion. Okay, so what is it? V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Okay, so this is quite easier and simpler than the second equation of motion. And in case if no one has texted me or called me saying that they have not understood the first two equations of motion, however, if you still have doubt, please do call me or you can text me personally and then ask me to explain it again. Okay, so I'll be explaining this again. The equation of motion, we have three equations of motion. The first one being V equals to U plus AT. We did the derivation. Okay, the first one with the definition of definition of acceleration. The second equation of motion is S equals to ut plus half at square, which we derived from the definition of average velocity. We started in the same manner. Okay, we started in the same way and then replaced V. In the second equation of motion, we replaced V because the second equation of motion, V is not present. Okay. Then the third equation of motion that we derived today is V square equals to U square plus 2AS. And how did we derive it? From the definition of average velocity. And what's the definition of average velocity? Displacement upon time. Okay, the total time taken. And I have to explain to you how do we get this v plus u, because average in general means sum of the numbers divided by the number of observation. So when it's average velocity, it means sum of final plus initial velocity divided by how many velocities do we have? 2. So divided by 2 is equal to s by t. So what do we do next? We cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, we are just removing the denominators. Okay. So we cross multiply. T goes to the left hand side and 2 goes to the right hand side. And since they are in the denominator, when they interchange their position, they go to the numerator. Now, I've told you that the third equation of motion is independent of time. That means we have to remove this t. And how do we remove this t? From the definition of acceleration. What do we have here? A is equal to v minus u by t. So we simply interchange the position of a and t. We swap the position. So t goes to a, okay, t goes to a's place and a comes to t's place. So we now know that t equals to v minus u by a. So instead of t, what will we write? Rest remains the same except t. So t remains v minus u by a is equal to 2s. Now see here, a is the only number which is in the denominator. So we need to replace it. Okay, we take it to the other side. So when it goes to the other side, it goes to the numerator. So what do we have now? V plus u into v minus u is equal to 2as. Now v plus u, v minus u is the algebraic identity which we have, a plus b into a minus b. And what's a plus b into a minus b? The formula is a square minus b square. So instead of v plus u and v minus u, we write v square minus u square, which is equal to 2as. Then we take this minus u square to the right hand side. So when minus u square goes to the right hand side, it becomes plus u square plus 2as. So what do we have? V square is equals to u square plus 2as. Okay, this is your third equation of motion. And I'll not be doing the numerical